It's okay. Welcome to the Metal Prognosis. My name is Lee. Now in today's video, we've got a new toy here. So I've done a video on one of these pedals before, and this one is the other one, which is very well packaged. This is the Tom'sline Distortion ADT-1. And I think last time we looked at the AMD-1. I'll put a picture up there so you can see though. So we're going to plug this into the Orange Dark Terror through my load box and see how it sounds and see how it goes. So let's start plugging stuff in and start having some fun. Now we have everything set up ready to go. Grab my jacks in here. And this is the very boring and bland sound we have coming straight out of the Orange Dark Terror. Yeah, we don't like that. But I'm purposely keeping it pretty dry to let this distortion pedal really shine and do its thing. So we'll put the level up halfway-ish. Tone, it's really hard to see what we're doing here with these little knobs. But that's about, should turn the gain all the way down. Tone is in the middle. Let's see what we get. Levels aren't too bad. Let's see what happens when we start playing with it now. So, add a bit of gain. Add more gain. We've got to add more gain for science. So if we crank it, you can hear, and I can see, a lot of hiss. But it doesn't add anything more to justify keeping that hiss there. See how the tone knob reacts now? I'm going to give myself a little bit more volume because I couldn't tell a difference when the tone went all the way down compared to being all the way up. So slight difference there. So slight. Yeah, so not a huge amount of depth in the tone change there. So going from this actually engaging it. Totally stuffed up my rhythm there, but I just tried to roll with it and see what happens. It didn't go well, but we're here now. I'm not minding it, but it's just kind of... I do have some initial thoughts that I definitely want to get off my chest, but I really want to do a jam first to see how it blends in with bass and drums and doubling up on the guitars. So let's do that now. So I'll take a little bit of step away from the camera. I'll reset, I'll set up drums there, film myself doing guitar and bass to share with you, and then we'll have a bit of a chat about it afterwards. So sit back, relax, enjoy the tune, and yeah, we'll definitely have a chat about it on the other side. And there we have our first look at the ADT Distortion pedal running through the Orange Dark Terror. So like all my videos, a bit of transparency. I had my Jackson running through here, through the Orange Dark Terror, through my load box, and I had the Audio Assault Signature IR pack with the Kirk Hammett cabinet simulator on there to get the sound that we did. So this pedal, I don't know how I feel about it. It was really cool that as soon as we turned it on, even with no gain, we had some characteristics, which I really like in a distortion pedal. That was really nice. The tone knob kind of threw me a bit because I was like, I can only hear a slight difference. And normally in tone knobs, especially when you turn it all the way down to negative, normally you get a real crappy, sounds like a drowning type of sound in your tone, which this one was nowhere near it. I felt like, now I don't know if it's just, I may have got a dodgy one, I don't know, because I've never used one of these pedals before, but yeah, it didn't have that huge of a difference between when we had it fully cranked the tone and fully dialed back. So yeah, we can only work with what we've got, and that's what we had. The gain's pretty cool, I didn't mind that, but definitely adding it above 12 o'clock started to give a little bit too much hiss, and it broke up the sound a little bit too much in an unpleasant way for the setup that we had running here today. So it wasn't too bad, but didn't need to crank it too much, which isn't a bad thing. I can only really compare this to its sibling, the AMD pedal. And the AMD I was really impressed with. I thought that had a lot more clarity and aggression to it compared to this ADT, which I wish they had better titles than that, because that just sounds like a something that's in a lab and they're just putting sample numbers on there rather than actually giving them cool names and more of a vibe to it. But once again, we deal with what we got. Where this one I felt was just a little bit too fuzzy and it didn't have as much clarity as its cousin. And as much as I shouldn't be holding it directly next to its cousin. I should be more thinking about it as an independent unit. I can't really help but do that because the other one really blew me away in a positive way. So I did have a little bit higher expectations than I probably should have, but sometimes it's really hard to turn off that biased approach that we all have when it comes to this stuff. Yeah, playing through it wasn't too bad. The jam was lots of fun, and yeah, it was pretty cool because I didn't know this existed until a couple of months ago when I ordered it and it finally came in the mail. So yeah, it's definitely cool to check it out to see how it goes. But there we are, the ADT Distortion. Definitely keen to know what your thoughts are and if you have used any of these type of pedals as well, or if you know anything about these, if this is a clone of another pedal or if its circuitry is based off something else. Because if that's the case, I might be approaching it I don't want to say incorrect, but there might be a better way of approaching it. So definitely keen to hear if you know anything about that. So thank you very much for joining me in this video of putting this pedal to the metal via the Orange Dark Terror there. Lots of fun. Awesome having a chat with you, and really look forward to chatting with you again next time. And until next time, please stay safe.